Hi, welcome to Singles Pursuing Purpose, and I am Lemoy. I'm so delighted to share company with you today. So, wherever you are joining from, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's May, it's a new month. Happy new month. I trust that this month will bring you great success and pleasant surprises. Also, in this month of May, I definitely need your help. We want to make 100 subscribers, and I cannot do it without you. I am absolutely sure that you have a friend who have a friend who have another friend. And I do believe that together we could make this happen. So before you go further, I'm going to ask you to hit that subscribe button if you have not done so as yet. Make sure to give this video a like, leave a comment, and don't leave without sharing. As you know, that Singles Pursuing Purpose, we're all about purpose. I want you to be your best self. I want you to live a life that is purpose driven. And so, this video and in another couple of videos, I'll be focusing on low self esteem. I do believe that low self esteem could be a factor that prevents you from pursuing your purpose. And so, in this video today, we're going to identify what is low self esteem and how it can impact your life. Let's get into it. So, before we talk about low self esteem, I think we need to understand what is self esteem. So, self esteem is that value, that sense of worth that an individual ascribe to themselves. So, if the value we place on ourselves is always negative, then over time, that is going to become a problem for us. And that's when we're going to start talking about low self esteem. I must let you know that, from time to time, we may say things to ourselves that is not nice. That's the truth. Oftentimes, it's as a result of, frustration or to express disappointment in an area of our lives. For example, you may have studied for an exam and you did that exam, and then when you got back the result, you saw that you made some mistakes that you thought that, what, I should not have made these mistakes. And people will say, I'm dumb, I'm stupid, oh, I'm such a failure. So people will say those things once in a while. I'm not telling you to say those things, but in fact they do happen. And so if it's one off, then we could let it slide. But it becomes a bigger problem if you realize that the pattern that you have established for yourself is that you're constantly thinking of yourself or seeing yourself in a negative light. That's where the issue comes in. So you're always seeing yourself as inferior to others. You see yourself as useless, worthless, not worthy to be loved. You don't think good things should happen to you. You see yourself as unattractive, ugly, a loser, or a failure. And so, if this is the pattern that you have established in your life, when you're thinking about values or things that you will say about yourself, then definitely that is a problem. So if I was supposed to give you an official definition for low self-esteem, it would be having a general negative overall opinion of oneself, judging or evaluating oneself negatively, and placing a general negative value on oneself as a person. So, individuals who have low self esteem, they have some negative core beliefs that they have established about themselves. And over the next few videos, we're going to talk more about what are core beliefs, and especially when those core beliefs are negative. Why is it important for us to change any negative core beliefs that we may have about ourselves? So, these negative core beliefs that we hold about ourselves, they're often the furthest thing from the truth, but we hold them so dearly to us as fact. And if we recognize everything that is around us, we will know that these things that we have established as truth about ourselves are actually not. So let's look at the impact of low self-esteem. So low self-esteem, it does affect you in all aspects of your life. You may not be able to recognize it, but I do hope that as I go through some of these pointers, you'll be able to recognize if this is something that you're actually struggling with. And if this is something that you're struggling with, no need to feel bad. Self awareness is actually the first step towards becoming your best self. So now you're aware that this is something that I am struggling with and I need help. And I trust that over the next couple of videos, I could help you to deal with the issue of low self esteem. So let's get into it. The impact of low self esteem, frequent self criticism. A person with low self esteem probably say a lot of negative things about themselves. And oftentimes it's not easily recognizable because the individual often say jokingly, and so you're not able to say, what am I hearing? Because they make it as a joke, or oh, I'm so ugly, or nobody likes me, or nothing good is going to happen for me. And so they say negative things about themselves. They put themselves down, but they do so in a joking manner. Another impact of low self esteem is ignoring positive qualities. So, when an individual with low self esteem receive a compliment, or you're looking so beautiful today, they will, brush it aside. They will behave as though it's no big deal. Or if something good happened to them, they will see it as though, maybe it's luck, it's chance. So they ignore anything that is positive about themselves, any positive compliments or any positive comments that a person may express towards them. And then negative emotions. So a person who has low self esteem may always be in a state of sadness, a state of depression, feeling angry, harboring feelings of guilt or feeling ashamed. And oftentimes they're not able to ascribe or to say, okay, this is why I am feeling this way. But at the root cause of those negative emotions is actually low self esteem. It also impacts your work life and your study life. So a person with low self-esteem might constantly achieve less than they're capable to because they believe that they are less capable than others. Not only that, a person with low self esteem may not want to talk in class, they may not want to share their opinion because, in their mind, again, that negative core belief that they have established that no one wants to hear me or what I have to say does not matter. It may allow them to not use their voice. And it's the same thing in a work environment. A person with low self esteem, even though they're working hard, they may think, you know what, I'm not going to apply for this promotion. They're not going to give it to me anyway. I'm not going to express how I feel because I don't want people to be upset with me, or I don't want them to think as though I am not capable. Low self esteem also affects our relationship. Individuals with low self-esteem in their relationships, they might become upset or distressed by criticism or disapproval of someone. And having low self-esteem also could result in codependency. So you're not able to make a decision and stand by it. You're not able to think on your own. You're always seeking the approval of others. And so if you're not approved, you feel as though you are not good enough. You're not good enough. In relationships, individuals with low self-esteem, they may not be likely to stand up for themselves. They may not be likely to express truly how they feel because they want to protect themselves from being bullied or protect themselves from being criticized. And of course, low self esteem also affects recreation and leisure. So, oftentimes, individuals with low self esteem, they may just stay to themselves. Oftentimes, they're a loner, but sometimes they're definitely out there in the crowd. And you would not know that they're struggling with low self esteem because they put on that facade. But deep down, they are struggling with the image that they have of themselves. Personal self care. Yes, low self esteem does affect your personal self care. So, people who do not value themselves might drink excessively. They might not, bother to take time to, groom themselves, wear clean clothes, ensure that their hair is groomed because low self esteem is telling them, you know what, it doesn't matter anyway. No one is even gonna notice you anyway. So, what is the point of that? And so those are some of the impact of low self-esteem. So the cause or the effect, it is important to know that low self-esteem is a common problem for many people in our society, so you are not alone. So if you are struggling with low self-esteem today, it is not the end. You are not alone. There are so many individuals who are dealing with this issue day by day by day. And sometimes they appear to be functional, but deep down, they're struggling with low self esteem. And so, if that is what you're facing today, I want you to be encouraged that it's not the end. Based on what I have identified today, if you are able to associate any of your behavior or you could see patterns in your life that is similar to what I have expressed today, you might be struggling with low self esteem. And that's not the end of the world. It means that you have the awareness that this is something that you need to deal with. And so you're one step closer because now you have the awareness. And I trust that over the next couple of videos, I'll be able to share more with you as to how you could get over low self esteem to the point where you are living your best life. I trust that today was a blessing to you and that you were able to get some nuggets of wisdom. Again, if you have not got a copy of my new book, I'm a first time author, The Unknown Painter that you're seeing in the background here. Please go out today and support me. Invest in the life of a child. You could go to my website at singlepursuingpurpose.com and the details will be in the description box below. So thank you so much for tuning in with me today. Until we meet again, walk good.